Rawr!
Ew.
Hello and welcome to Pony&Wolf Productions. I am Midnight, and today we shall be reading Tuesday, Morning Brunch, written by RoyalRick. As always, these are amazing Patreons. Links in the description if you wish to join, as it truly does help, especially in these more difficult times. Now, shall we get to it? The little bell above the door rings throughout the quaint little cafe, welcoming its patrons, both new and old, as I enter. Mahogany walls and smooth brown laminate floors line the insides of the place. It always felt rather homey in here. It was awfully quiet inside as well, which was a bit unusual. Normally the jukebox would be playing one of Sapphire Shore's latest hits, or you could hear the joyous laughter of fillies and colts running outside during recess. This was the first time I've heard it this quiet here. The only sounds were of the cold winter winds beating against the window, and the hushed conversation of the Pegasus couple in the booth in the corner. As I walked up to the counter, the stallion behind it stops what he was doing and turns to me. "What'll it be, miss?" he asks, in that deep, rough voice of his. I'll have the usual, please." He nods and trots off towards the kitchen. I turn and make my way over to the seats to wait for my order. They look different now, compared to when I was here before. I stroked my hoof across one of them. They must have reupholstered the seats since the last time I was here. Shrugging it off, I sit down and slide over to the middle of the booth, noticing how the seat feels softer now as I sink slightly into it. As I begin to take my scarf off, a ray of light hits my eye. Ow! I wince and rub my eye with a hoof as I look out the window to see a patrol of guards walking by. Must have been the sun reflecting off their armor. The sight was nothing new. Ever since the headlines came up in the Manhattan Times about Queen Chrysalis and her changelings' recent sightings in Manhattan over the past couple of weeks. Every pony's been up in arms. They've been guards covering every street of the city, and less ponies outside as well. School had been cancelled for the past 2 weeks now, and most every pony had either locked themselves up or left the town to stay with relatives for a little while, all in fear of that evil changeling. Clink! My ears perk up and I snap out of thought as I hear the sound of a ceramic plate and cup being set down. "Here's your order, miss. A perky yellow unicorn colt with a spiky black mane speaks up. I give him a friendly smile. "Miss Rarity, dear." I levitate the small bag of bits that I had wrapped in the scarf and placed it on the table near him. He levitates it to himself and looks inside of it, then looks back up with a curious look on his face. "But, miss, this is 5 bits too many." I nod to him. "Keep the change." His face brightens up. "Wow! Thanks a lot, Miss Rarity." Turning around, he scampers back to the kitchen happily. I watch him run off, and then turn to my meal. Actually, it was rather small to call it a meal, but it's what I had most every Tuesday morning for brunch, and I did so enjoy it. A large glazed donut sat on the plate in the middle of the table, along with a nice warm cup of black coffee. Picking up the cup, I bring it in close to my face, breathing in the rich aroma of the beverage through my nostrils. I tilt the cup and take a sip, feeling the delightful warmth of the drink seem to heat up my whole body, pushing out the winter's chilly embrace. I set the cup down now and raise the donut up. Slowly opening my mouth, I bite into it. The taste of the sugary coating dances across my teeth as the sarnshine flavor covers my entire mouth. I lick my lips and lay back against the seat, relaxing. These are almost as good as Applejack's apple cider donuts. Almost. A moment later, I take the cup up again as I look out the window, frowning a bit. This just doesn't feel the same. Manhattan used to be one of the most cheerful places there was. The sun would shine brightly over the bustling city as ponies would litter the streets, going to and fro, heading off to their jobs, trying to make it big in life. Maybe taking the family out for a big fancy dinner together. Or even going to see the new play on Bridal Way. Whatever they may have been doing, most all of them sure did seem to be happy about it. But now nothing. Now it's nothing like that. Letting out a heavy sigh, I drink down what's left of the coffee. The caffeine from it, invigorating me for the day ahead. I did have a big order of dresses and suits I had to get to after all. Soon after, I had taken the last bites of my donut, savoring every second of its deliciousness. I wiped the crumbs from my muzzle with a napkin, and grabbed my scarf up, wrapping it back around my neck tightly, feeling its soft wool texture grip my fur. I slide over the end of the seat and gently set my hooves onto the floor. As I began to walk away, I noticed a unicorn colt rush over to the table and pick the plate and cup up in his magic, bringing it back with him to the kitchen. The stallion behind the counter speaks up as I walk past. "Have a good day now, miss." I nod to him in thanks. "You too." At the door now, and pulling it open, I hear the little bell jingle again, as I feel the cold wind hit me, sending a shiver down my spine. I step out and look back inside one last time before closing the door. You know, besides all that's happening in this town recently, at least this place here isn't so bad. Perhaps I'll even come on a weekend next time, and bring Sweetie Belle with me. I'm certain she would enjoy it. Such a sweet story, and I must say I can relate quite a bit. Just before heading off to uni, I would usually drop into a cafe and grab, not a coffee, because I don't like coffee, but a hot chocolate. Sometimes very early in the morning, though. It got to the point where they actually knew whenever they saw me exactly what I was going to order. But it's nice sometimes just to sit and watch the world, even when things are not that great. That was Tuesday Morning Brunch, written by RoyalRick. I hope you all enjoyed, and keep watching that moon, everyone. Bye!